But I'm doing my eyebrows. Oh, Lord. And yes, I'm actually in the men's room because this is about the only place where I can get some privacy. Because between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m., it's lights out. And everybody here likes to do everything at the same time together. And I'm really just one person who needs their peace and solitude. And the only time I get that, considering I work mornings and nights usually, I'm around hundreds and hundreds of people on the daily. The morning time is the only time I get a sense of peace. I can't believe I really just did that though. 10, 15 minutes, child. Like I done started on my eyebrows and everything. I done put on, so look, I got some new primer. This here, and I started off skeptical about it, but it actually works. It rolls up like deodorant and it's very cool to the touch. It's a gel, but it's not like a sticky gel. So I'm trying to get my eyebrows cleaned up. I'm really gonna get these done for like $10, $12 plus tip. But I've spent my money on so many Lyft and Uber rides. Every single time. It never fails. I honestly, because look, I feel like people only wake up because they hear me in the morning, despite how early I wake up, because on my days off, feet just sliding. But on my days off, I never hear anyone up before like 7 a.m. on my days off, ever. And I'm usually up in the mornings early anyways, because I work a morning job. So it's not just an obligation, it's a habit now of being up early in the morning for me. I'm doing this for a few reasons. One, not just my eyebrows per se, but doing my makeup and prepping on camera, because I'm trying to learn how to talk while I'm doing makeup. That's not really a skill that I have. And when you're doing your makeup on camera, people want some conversation. Oh man. When I wake up in the mornings, I'm cleaning eye boogers out my eyes for at least 2.5 hours. I don't just get the first thing in the morning eye boogers. Like, they form and accumulate for a while. Okay, I'll be talking about getting my eyebrows done, but I'm a hairy person, and I feel like my eyebrows have gotten thin over the years. Mind you, I really never started getting my eyebrows done until my mid-20s, and and that was only like once a month. Or maybe I'm just like used to seeing them. Either I'm used to seeing them bushier in general, or I've gotten used to seeing them thinner and smaller. I don't know. Oh my goodness. See if I got any chin hairs though. Okay, not yet. Now I've been up since 4:30 a.m. But between using the bathroom in the morning, I also had some content that I had. It was already edited, but I had to save it. But in order to save it, I had to make some room on my phone. So after making space on my phone, then I had to upload it. And that took, between those three simple tasks, that took like an hour. So it's about 6 o'clock now. When I was up, I woke up kind of late because I didn't have an alarm. So I woke up around 4:35, 4:40. And I thought being in the men's room would give me some privacy and solitude. But now they up now. Well, I don't know, maybe people have been up. I can't really just say nobody wakes up unless I'm awake per se. But there have been times because I was skeptical about waking up early, 4 or 5 in the morning, turn on the light and start an argument. And I told these women that I work early in the morning, but I don't ever remember when I used to like just wake up. The few times that I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning and kind of just lay in bed. I wouldn't hear anyone going in and out of the bathroom or waking up themselves and getting themselves together. And I guess it's human behavior for you. And one thing about getting your eyebrows waxed is it takes what, all of 5 minutes? Doing this myself, I feel like it takes what, 15, 20 minutes? I really love how doing my makeup automatically makes me ambidextrous. I hear somebody. I need to go. I should probably have some tea in the mornings. feel like I need to get up. Hold up, I think I got it. Oh yes. There's a small hair and I was like, no, I don't want any grown hair in my eyebrow. I really hope you can hear me, my bad. No, yes, I need as I expected. I also wake up hungry. I don't know how other people, well, online. I wake up hungry, but it takes me a good maybe hour and a half to decide that I want to eat. This is why when I get to my morning job, the first thing I want to do is eat because I'm already up at 4:30. Then by the time I get dressed, don't have a car, so I hop on the bus and then get to my job. So if I have to be there at 7:30, that's almost 3 hours without food that I've had, so I'm starving. If I have to be there at 6, I'm usually ordering the lift around 5:30, 5:15, 5:30, and I get there usually exactly at 6. Can't order anything until the first guest gets there, so that depends. Either way, I'm starving. Like the people who wake up and the first thing they do is eat, I can't do it. The only time I can do that is like when I wake up like starving. And I mean like starving. Like I wake up and my stomach isn't just empty, but my body is weak and I'm shaking. That type of starving. Now I guess it's time for the makeup. No particular look other than just an everyday thing. I don't even know what colors. I really like the burgundy, but it's only a shimmery burgundy in this. I think I'm going to use it. I'm using this brown here as a base color. This brown. And until I figure out a system, because I don't know if being here will work. I was going to go into the shower, but I'm like, that's the first place they're going to look. And then they lock up the little commons area until 6 a.m. And I know for a fact that's yet another place where people are gonna be all up and down. You know, what I'm doing. Okay. I'm using a little throwback. I have the cameras instead of my brushes today. I'm gonna use this for my foundation. I am not dressed for the day. I usually get dressed first before I do my makeup, but I didn't have any clothes out. And again, I didn't want to do anything to draw too much attention to myself and wake anybody up. Let me see, it's about 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. It's right here on my eyebrow on the end, but the eyeshadow always covers it. Voila. Now the cheap stuff ain't bad, but my other two palettes, chef's kiss. I guess this will work. I guess it'll work. My plans for today, so I really gotta finish up this paperwork so I can go ahead and file. I also, well, I'm touring a rental property today. Don't really qualify for it, or barely qualify for it, and it's an extremely small space, but the goal is to get out of this situation and get my kiddos away from my family. And shit just keeps getting worse and worse. I'm gonna hold that for later. But I be stressed about a lot of shit. Come on now, don't tell me. Okay. Okay, so how do you talk when you're putting on eyeshadow? It really is a skill, I think. Because you gotta close your eye so you can put on the eyeshadow. Keep one eye open so you can watch yourself put on the eyeshadow. And then you're moving again your mouth, which moves your face because your muscles in your face are moving. La-di-da-di-dee. La-di-da-di-da. Oh my God. It's just stuck in one area now. No, it ain't. I think I'm high. I could have did better on my eyebrows. What else? Do what you can, what you have, even if it's nada. Ooh, ooh. I don't think I'm gonna do any contour or anything today. Just shadow, foundation, and so look, I got this finishing powder, and it's much lighter than I am. But that's something I was told, at least from what I remember from my makeup girlies, is that the finishing powder should be a little lighter. But I don't believe that. I think what I'm going to do, of course I've got the hiccups, I'm going to, I'll save this. Well, see, this here, this is powder foundation in my darker color. And I because for some reason, after I do the primer and I use powder foundation, it doesn't look right on me. I don't think so. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks on me. I prefer liquid foundation. Okay. Now I shape my eyebrows, but I think I'm gonna have to draw some on. Everyone else uses brown. Wait, this is not what I pencil. But I'll use black and brown because I feel like that's how my hair naturally is. Like when I was growing up and I would be in the sun all the time, my hair would turn like reddish brown, and sometimes I would have natural highlights like blonde. And I can't believe I was outside that much. But yeah, I used to love riding bikes, roller skating. I still like both to this day. My roller skates are in storage. While when I was changing storage units from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, because we had to move out, I got rid of the bikes for extra space. But I've always had something physical to do as an activity. I don't like really sitting still per se. I don't like having nothing to do. And that's what that is. Sometimes if I don't use the brow pencil, I'll use mascara on my brows. Now that really dies in, like unnaturally looking so. But it works, the pencil has a softer effect to it. It doesn't overpower the brows, I don't think. This one. And then history has turned the page of love, love. Not only do I have eye burgers, I have nose burgers too. Whatever. Okay, let me do this foundation. And get myself together and get on out of here so I can get and move on the conversation. I need to use this again. I actually liked it the first time I used it. History has turned the page, love, love. And then it goes on. I'm going to use. So, this is something that I learned from TikTok. Both of these actually match pretty well. This is a neutral. This is warm. But, I asked the girlies, the makeup girlies, for their opinion. And of the girls who responded, said that the warm looks better on me because I'm more warm toned. And they were like, if anything, I can mix them. And I do like the way it looks when it's mixed together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So now I've started mixing my foundation for the most part. Sometimes I'll just use this, sometimes I'll just use this. But usually I mix the two. Oh, I love when there's like some right on the top. I don't like putting Most of the time, the girls put it on their like wrist or hand. I don't really like doing that because one, it slides and I'm clumsy and forgettable, and sometimes I forget that it's still on my hand, and it'll get everywhere. So I put it on something else. Dang, now this is getting empty. Shut up. Okay, that came out full force. I'm playing with it, baby. Let's see how this does. Dang it. It's real soon in the page. So this is me mixing it. Come on. And I'm not even gonna use all of it. Barely any of it. History is soon in the page. Blah, blah. Now, what I was taught is to never pack your foundation under your eye, but I do. Like, I have creases under my eyes and everything. I have natural folds, like bareface. I have folds under my eyes. I always have. But I mean, it never really, for me, it never really, my makeup never really creases up under my eye. Ooh, there go my tummy again. I also found out the different shapes of beauty blenders have a different like they serve a different purpose. A different shape. So this beauty blender that's round on this side, flat on this side, serves a different purpose than a beauty blender that's completely round, which also serves a different purpose than those beauty blenders that look like, you know, the snowman or something like that. I'm probably sure y'all more so think of like the poop emoji, but I don't want to think about poop right now. I'm literally in the bathroom already. The reason why I don't want to use too much foundation is because I have to be outside in the sun all day, and I just melt away when I have too much. Well, in general, because I'm sweating. I hate sweating, but too much makeup means more melting, in my opinion. I'm just thinking about what I have to do today. I said I have to finish up my paperwork so that I can file. Then I also have the reviewing to do. But I need to go to the gym and see why they charge me what they charge me here lately. And I gotta figure out how to make $1 million like by tomorrow. It works, that's good enough. It's gonna be good enough for now. How many times do you use your beauty blenders before you toss them? Or do you just rewash them? I've tried rewashing them, but I've noticed that the soap never really comes out of them completely. So that bothers me, so I just toss them. but I'll use it like once or twice. Now look, this is how much I have left. So what I was talking about using my powder foundation as the finishing powder. This is what I used to have a little sponge, flat sponge at the bottom of this. It used to be a flat sponge at the bottom of this, but I tossed it because it distributes the powder unevenly, I think. And this one, I never used and it came out of this. So instead of using my brushes so that I have to clean them right away or eventually, I'm gonna use this and see how it works. I don't even think I'm doing this right. And I didn't do any highlight. Should I do? I'm gonna do a little bit of highlight. Just a little bit. I need to get this booger out of my nose. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got Q-tips. See, I think the darker foundation, powder foundation looks better as a finishing powder than this. I don't even think this matches this too much. You see how different those look? And it definitely looks much different than this. The makeup curlies aren't always right, okay? I don't think so. First, let me do some mascara. I'm using the Maybelline Falsies mascara today because that's all I have. I usually use Wet n Wild, like the darker purple one that looks similar to this. But I got this from Dollar General or Family Dollar, one of them, and it didn't have any more Wet n Wild, so I was like, dang, what can I use next? And this was an option. I actually like it though. I like to blink mine on. I can't roll my on like everyone else does. History has turned the page, blah, blah. Doing your makeup on camera is not a bad feeling. Again, getting used to talking while doing makeup is one thing, but when the makeup girlies do it, I get it because you like growing up and in college when you used to get ready to go out and you be, well, when I was in college, if we weren't already together and was deciding to go out and do our makeup and, chatting, mind you, it always took me forever because I've never been the type, like now, I've never been the type to do my makeup as I was talking. But either we would, be getting ready together or we'd be on the phone getting ready and we'd meet up. And that's kind of what it feels like being on the phone, getting ready, except you're going on about your day. You're not really meeting up with anyone. After I do this mascara though, I'm getting this booger out of my nose. Oh, and I'm doing my highlight. I'm getting the booger first though. And I'm getting the booger with a Q-tip. Don't look at me. Oh, this is trash. Oh, now I gotta clean this up. Oh, wait. Let me go ahead and do a little highlight. I'm gonna use the end of the beauty blender. I feel like it'll work. Okay, that was a good batch. This is my face for today. Or if I have a long last for the day. Alright, let me clean this up. Get some clothes on and head on out to do what I gotta do. Because life waits for no man. And I'm a woman. So I have to conquer the day. That's my sage advice for the day. I hope you can hear me, and if you stop by, thank you. Thank you for being around me without saying too much.